Oh man, what is up, Hustleholics? Man, these past 24 hours have been nuts. Like, I have not been outsourcing in like 2 to 3 days because it's a little bit of house cleaning because my furnace went kaput. Of course, right? So I woke up one day, and I think I told this story in a short term, but this is the Hangout. This is where I get to talk, so I'm gonna talk. I blew my furnace. It blew. It finally. I woke up one morning. It was 63 degrees in the house, which was fine for me. But you know, for my wife and kids, they get they're cold in 63 degrees. You know what I mean? So I had to schedule somebody to come out yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before that. He gave me an estimate, all this other good stuff, and I agreed on a price. They came up with a real good price, I thought, for a furnace, replacing a furnace. I actually got away with replacing my entire furnace installed for just over $4,000. So I thought that was a really good price. Especially after looking at comparables online where they said you could expect, charges up between $6,000 and $10,000. So that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to fix my furnace. Today, they came, started 7:30 in the morning, and they were done by 1:30, 2 o'clock. Brand new furnace. I got heat in the house again, and I'm ready to get out there and start crushing some numbers, right? So, how are you guys doing today? Welcome to the Friday night Hustleaholic Hangout. Make sure you smash that thumbs up, that like button. This is a day or a night where we come together. We ask questions about Amazon. We chit chat. We shoot it's like a stream. It's a live stream. We talk. You know what I mean? This gives me good FaceTime with everybody. So definitely bring your questions. And definitely ask your questions down in the chat, or is the chat over there? Over there? I don't know. But yeah, I'm feeling a little off. You know what I mean? I'm feeling a little off. Let me see if I can. Hold on. I'm just trying to fix this because that shine, like, whatever. Anyways. What up, guys? So, look, ask your questions down below. Let me know how everybody's doing. I'm going to get to the chat in a minute. We got the apple juice in hand. Sipping on that J. Let's see who's in the chat. Travis Shock, what is up? Hillbilly Hipster, put the kids to bed for early for this. Good. Hillbilly, bring your questions. Marilyn Muniz, what is up? Cosmos, hello. We got Fuway. I'm going to get to questions in a second. But thanks for asking your questions and thanks for being here, Fuway. Let's see. Thomas Brewer. RG Slot wins. What is up? Charles Ryder. How you doing? Tom Young. Residual Hustler. We're going to get to questions. Savannah B, how are you? Jose Gonzalez, what is up? Charles Ryder already starting the night off right with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Starting the super chat train. Let's go, everybody. That $5 love. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Kurt Money, Cherise Booker, Tiffany Dunn, Robert Evans, Sylvia Chavez, Jack McFarland, Kurt Money. I think I already said that. Shara Seeker. What is up? Tammy Doobie. Logan in the building. Alright, so someone asked if I was sick. I'm not sick. I'm just a lot's been happening. You know what I mean? Replacing the furnace, running around. There's just a lot that's been going on. But I'm here and I'm ready. Let's get into some questions. because I've already seen some questions. Definitely smash that like button. Hit that like button. Let's see if we can get the likes to over 50. And even though we only have 40 in the live, I think we can get over 50. Let's see if we can do it. Make sure you smash that like button if you enjoy this content or if you enjoy my channel or you get down with the get down. Appreciate it. Much love. Travis Shock with a $5 super chat. What's up, man? Thank you so much, Travis. I appreciate the love and the $5 dinner. Thank you so much. Much love. Travis says, what's up, man? Speaking of Travis is the first person I see here. What's up, man? Got approved today at Amazon, but I'm having trouble. You ever have this happen? So you got approved today to sell on Amazon, but you're having trouble. When I try to click request approval to sell a product, it says page not found. The page requested is not found, driving me crazy. Okay, so yes, I have run into this. I'm assuming, I'm going to guess that you are using the mobile app and you're trying to request approval for a product through your mobile app. If I'm right so far, cool. What I would do is I would copy the ASIN. Okay, he says yes. So what I would do is I would copy the ASIN and I would have to do it on the web browser. You know what I mean? You go to inventory, add a product, type the ASIN in there, request it that way. I don't know why. Maybe it's a bad link within the app, but usually that will work and that will fix it and you won't get the error message. You'll get the decision whether you've gotten approved or whether you've not gotten approved. Let's see. Fuwei says, Richie, what do you recommend using to make it easier to remove stickers off your product? So there's a couple of ways that you can actually do this. So one is like you can use the what's it called? The Scotty peeler, right? And they have two types of Scotty peelers, at least that I know of. There's the plastic Scotty peeler. There is the metal Scotty peeler. And what a lot of people do is they don't just use the Scotty peeler, because even when you use the Scotty peeler, you might leave some sticker residue, and a lot of times it's a no-no, or just it attracts gunk to it, and it ends up getting dirty, and the customer might look at it and be like, this is used, you know what I mean? So what you can do is, after you peel the sticker off, you could take some Goo Gone, take the sticky stuff off, wait a little bit, wipe it off. You could also use a heat gun. A lot of people use a heat gun. They heat up the sticker first and then peel it off. And what that does is it loosens the glue on the sticker. So there's a couple of ways you could do that. A lot of times, honestly, I use my fingernail and... let's see. So I hope that answered your question. Marilyn Mune is promoting, saying smash thumbs up, everybody. Appreciate that, Marilyn. Tom Young says, do you use tactical arbitrage? I just started using it today. So I have used tactical arbitrage in the past. I think it's a phenomenal program. I do think it's a little pricey, but I don't want to discount what tactical arbitrage can actually do. Because, you know, when you think of all of the, we'll call it scrubbing, right? Scrubbing all the websites for the products. I mean, to pay upwards of, $100 a month to have like an assistant scrub all the products through your parameters and then give you a list of everything you need. It's not that bad. I do like it. I would recommend it. I think it's a great program. And if you're going to be doing OA a lot, then yeah, I would definitely recommend that. You know what I mean? Let's see, Marilyn. Am I feeling sick? That's right. I already read that. No, you know what? I think the heat's working too well. Every time my house gets, so my wife loves the heat. Me, I like it more cooler. So sometimes at night we put the heat up a little bit, and every time we put the heat up, it blocks my nose. Everything swells up and I can't breathe. It's like too hot. You know what I mean? Jose Gonzalez says, hey, Richie, thank you for all you do. Watching your channels finally inspired me to start selling on Amazon. Bravo, Jose. That's what I like to hear. The beginning was a little challenging, and it will not be the last time it is challenging. But once things started rolling, wow. Let's get some dinners in the chat for Jose Gonzalez, making it happen, getting started, doing the thing. And listen, what you have to prepare yourselves for is, you're going to go through challenges more than one time. You're gonna go through them many times. There's been times where me, I'll be the first one to say it. Sometimes I would go into like this like reseller depression. I've even talked about it on my IG, where for like a week I'll just feel down. I'll feel like I'm nothing. I'm like I'm not doing good enough. I need to get this. I need to do that. I need to do this. I need to do that, and it weighs on you. It's I swear to God, it's a thing. And I think a lot of people that run their own business in general can get this way. And you know what happens is you start thinking of yourself. You expect a lot from yourself, right? I expect a lot more from myself than I do anybody that I know, anybody that I could hire. I'm way more harder on myself. And I think reseller fatigue or reseller depression is a real thing. You know, it needs to be talked about, because it's not all just like, oh my God, yay, I made $1 million today. No, dude, like not making money or feeling stuck or not getting a certain deal or not being able to get approved in this, and you see all these products you could be selling, like, and you get down, it's a real thing. So you got to be emotionally tough for that. So good for you for starting. But just for a warning, it's not the first time you're going to face challenges. But I'm glad you're in the game, Jose. I'll drink to that. One thing I do on this channel, I keep it 100% real. I am not afraid. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell it like it is, and I tell it from my point of view. Kurt Money says, what's up, King? Happy Friday. What is up, Kurt Money? House Nation Friday. Yeah. Tiffany says, hello from Florida. Oh, I want to go to Florida. I'll be there in April. Again. Woo! Let's see. Jack from Arizona. Ballot says, I love you. Thanks for the love. By the way, none of my Dollar Trees have those desk lamp dinners. Is it worth it to travel further out for them? I mean, right now, honestly, I spent $1 a piece. I'm making about $2 to $3 profit on them. If you're going to travel out and you're going to grab like 1-200 of them, maybe. You know what I mean? Would I travel an hour to get them? Nah. I will say this though. There are two different types, 4 different colors. I would travel for the desk. So there's a gooseneck desk lamp, right? And that there's a large cylinder with the lampshade lamp. I would travel for the lampshade and the lamp. That's bringing in like $7 profit. I think that's worth it, as long as you can buy like 50 to 100. And unfortunately, they're not available on the website, so it's not like you can just order cases and cases and then have it delivered or pick it up or whatever. They don't offer this online, and that's probably why. It's probably because it's not available at all Dollar Trees. I don't know if it's a statewide thing or what, but. RG Slot Wins, definitely throwing in the plug there. Definitely smash that like button. 77 people in the chat. Definitely do me a favor. A free way to help the channel is definitely to smash that like button. Let's see if we can get the likes over 50 likes. That would be amazing for right now. Cherie Seeker says, hello from Maine. Hello. Maine lobsters, right? New England? I'm in Boston, so we know about the lobster and the New England and the seafood. Tammy Doobie, what up? Richie, I've been doing DoorDash inspired by Uber Eats idea to reinvest into the business. Let's go. Man, I'm telling you. If you guys are new to the channel, I'll just do a quick rundown. So I a big respect to Fuway for sharing that. I worked a full-time job. Okay, and like most Americans in this country, you're able to save a little bit. Like, yeah, I got my 401k, right? And you got retirement on lock and everything, right? But we're talking about saving, like liquid savings and investments, right? And you don't want to touch all that. You know what I mean? nobody wants to say, okay, let me take my savings and dip it into an idea that I have no idea about, right? So what I did was I started driving Uber Eats and DoorDash. Yes, both. That's why I have two phones, and I feel like I'll always keep two phones as a memory to the hustle, man. And I would drive every single day after work, and I'm not even BSing you. Every single day, every single weekend. The weekends were from like 7 a.m. until like 11 at night. Literally. I'm being dead ass serious with you right now, okay? And I committed to raising money and investing that money into an Amazon business until one day I didn't have to drive that. You know what I mean? Missing, and we're talking sacrifice. We're talking missing, tucking your kids in at night. You know what I mean? You come home at night and, your wife's sleeping, your kids sleeping, everybody's sleeping. You missed them when you woke up and you missed them when you came home. You know what I mean? It's part of the hustle. But now I get to enjoy every day with them. So, sacrifice for a short time to earn a life of freedom and happiness. So shout out to Foodway, man. Big respect. I hope everything works out. Actually, I know everything will work out. Let's see. Found Lucky Charms cereal with Pokemon cards today at Wally World. Okay. Yeah, I actually picked up some Lucky Charms too. I want to get some Cocoa Puff boxes. And what I've been doing is, some of them I open them, but I'm actually, because this is the crazy collector in me, I'm actually saving the boxes too. But only like one Cinnamon Toast Crunch, one Cocoa Puff box, one Lucky Charm box. You know what I mean? I'm not, I'm just a collector. I flatten it out, put it in the closet or whatever. You know what I mean? I just like to collect stuff. I mean, I got the Pikachu Happy Meal flattened. You know what I mean? I'm like, we're at 48 likes. We're almost at 50. Let's see. Dave Cat says, just subbed yesterday, Hustler. Awesome, Dave. Thanks for subbing. I appreciate that. And if anybody else out there isn't subscribed to the channel, definitely consider subscribing to the channel so you can enjoy some content. But not only enjoy some content, when you hit that bell icon next to the subscription, you can actually get notified. When I upload 3 times a week. We do 3 lives a week. This week will be 4 lives because I went live last night too, doing the Pokemon, like this Flash Pokemon booster box opening. So definitely consider subscribing and hitting that bell. Hi from sunny Florida, Sabrina, another person from sunny Florida. I need to get my butt down to Florida, so I'm going to Florida in April, man. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. We want to go to Florida so bad. I'm actually thinking about selling my house, taking the money, put it in the bank, right? Put the proceeds of the house, what's left, in the bank, going down to South Florida, renting a 3-bedroom apartment for a short-term lease. Because in the South, they have that. Up north, you can't do that. You got to do 12-month terms. They don't do that short-term stuff. But Florida's smart. So thinking about doing a short-term 7-month lease. Look for a house. So that way, South Florida housing market is really crazy right now. Like, nobody in South Florida is going to want to sell their home on a contingency that I sell my home. Like, nobody's doing that. They're doing cash offers down there in Florida. It's crazy, the housing market. So I think we'll have a better chance at getting a house if we just sell our house here, go down, get a 3-bedroom apartment, keep my stuff in storage. And some might say, well, how are you going to run your business out of a 3-bedroom apartment? Well, this 3-bedroom apartment, right now I work out of a 1-car garage. So I have 2 options. This 3-bedroom apartment that we're thinking of has a 2-car garage in the bottom of it. Not only that, but if I didn't want to do that, it looked like business property down there seemed pretty cheap too. I mean, we're talking 1,500 square foot warehouses for $990 a month. That's crazy. It's more than triple the cost here in Mass. Oh, I just noticed we have 61 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. If you haven't smashed that like button, definitely do it. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Hustleholics. So that is my plan. I think from now, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to get out of Mass and get into the sunshine so I can wake up every day smiling like, let's go. Nicole Faulkner says, is it to sell products Is it good to sell products maybe if Amazon is also on the listing? Okay, I understand. Is it okay to sell products if Amazon's on the listing? So you can sell products when Amazon's on the listing. There's a little stigma that goes around and says, stay away from products when Amazon's on the listing. And it's kind of true, but it's not. I'll tell you why. You know, if you come across a listing with 3 people, you know, the buy box price is $76 and you're coming across this for $12 and you go to see who the lowest price is and it's Amazon at 76 and you're going to pay 12, are you going to buy that item? Granted, it has a good rank and it sells, right? Are you going to buy that item or are you just going to say, nah, Amazon's on it, so I'm going to pass? You better buy that item and you better look for more, you know? Typically, Amazon is known for tanking prices, hardcore. You know, we're talking like $25 retail prices, and Amazon will get on it for like $12. And they just really destroy a lot of listings. But that's why it's key to use Keepa, and it's key to make sure you do your research and make sure you look at the data. I've actually started filming a video on how I use Keepa, right? Because I'll always do videos on how I do things. I never want to tell you how to do things because things are subjective. I mean, people look for different metrics. Just because I look for a certain metric doesn't mean it's the correct one. It's just that it's the one that I'm comfortable with using. So if I can share what I look for, and it's going to be a pretty cool video. You know, we have a little intro going on, and then I did I started doing research on my computer with a screen record, so that way I can show you exactly on the computer what I look for and certain products, and you know, we just go from there. I think it's going to be a great video. Informative video. So we're gonna do a few things like that. I still need to work on a shipment video where I can go a little bit more in depth on shipping and whatnot. But like I said, I haven't been sourcing in a few days, so I haven't done anything. Unfortunately, I had to do some housework. But all that's coming, baby. It's all coming. Let's see. Brian says, hey, Richie, have you run into any more crack addicts preaching in the Walmart parking lot? Man, I don't know what was up. It was so weird because when I come out of the Walmart, I see him screaming out of the car. And he's the word of God and, you know, all this other stuff. And like, listen, you know, I believe in God and I'm all about the Bible and you know, I'm a good Catholic boy. But this dude was out of his mind, dude. You know what I mean? He's out of his mind. And then on top of that, the funny thing was, I'm not sure if I caught it on film or not. When he was done, he literally just got in the car. I was like, what? Got out of the car. I was like, and just started walking like nothing ever happened. I was like, what just happened? Crazy. Oh, it's hard, I meant. Yeah, for Amazon. No Pokemon cards today. I was there when they opened, but no battle styles or anything. Ah, man. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like I'm against Walmart taking all of the cards and hiding them behind the service desk. You only get one a day, right? But honestly, even if I got able to buy one a day, it would still be more than 0 a day. So, you know, what do you guys think? Should Walmart be holding the cards behind the service counter like they've been doing in some of the Walmarts? Or do you believe they should put it out? And if you want those cards, you better get your ass there at 6 a.m. Do it like they do it. You know what I mean? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Or in the chat, rather. Yo, Richie, what distributor can I use to get ungated in Under Armour and Nike? Justin, that's the $1 million question. That is the $1 million question. Travis Shock, thanks, man. That is more than I could find anywhere. Richard, does your business have debt or do you pay off your credit card monthly? So, my business has little debt, but I do not use a credit card for any of my purchase. All of my purchases are used with my business debit card. Now, a lot of people say I'm crazy because I should be using like a cashback credit card, and maybe they're right to a point, right? But when it comes to, bookkeeping and stuff, I like keeping everything on one account. And maybe I could get into a situation where I start using like a cashback credit card. I mean, I have one for personal use. You know what I mean? I get cash back on my purchases from my personal credit card. But I absolutely have been taking advantages of the Amazon lending. So when Amazon extends a loan to you, take it. Make sure you pay that ish back. You know what I mean? Take it. And what you do is, if you can develop rapport with Amazon and their lending platform, and you're never late and you're reliable, guess what? They're going to come back and lend you some more. So eventually, they're going to lend you a life-changing amount that's going to change your life forever. Now, I don't suggest having, loan debt is not for everybody. In my loan debt, we're talking like small loan debt. We're talking like under 20K loan. I've been offered higher, but frankly, I didn't need it. And the other thing is, I didn't really like the terms, so I took a lesser amount. Definitely take advantage of Amazon lending if it comes your way. The first offer they ever extended to me was $3,000, and I took it in a heartbeat. And I actually paid that back in full the next month. The next time they offered me $5,000, and then they offered you $7,000, then they offer you $12,000, then they offer you $11,000, then they offer you $50,000. Like, you know what I mean? It'll keep going up, 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 up. Just make sure your business can handle it. But I don't recommend debt for any. I mean, I use my debit card, like I said, business debit, cash. That's what we use. I'm not saying debt is bad or using like a business credit card is bad. That's not what I'm saying. In a lot of situations, it makes perfect sense to use a business credit card or a cash back credit card rewards. It's just the way I do business. You know what I mean? But if you think you can get a business credit card with like a $5,000 limit and only use like 1,000 of it and work that credit up, I think it's a great tool. Credit is a great tool as long as it's in the hands of responsible people. Claw machine, not sure though. Back there, Pokemon. Hi, my husband and I started a few weeks ago, and we have only sold one item. Should we be worried? Not sure what we're doing wrong. We have adjusted our pricing to make sure we match the buy box. So congratulations on starting. What I would say is, how many items did you send in? What type of items? You don't have to share what exact items they were, but maybe what category. And, are you using a repricer to help reprice these items to stay competitive so that way you don't have to keep repricing them manually? Are you selling these FBA? Are you selling them FBM? How are your customer review metrics? Have you gotten one bad remark because you just started? Tell me a little bit about it. Jose says, my question, how do you deal with the state sales tax? I understand Amazon collects sales on certain states, but we are required to file sales tax in each state. Do you use a company for compliance? So, you know the answer I'm going to give you, Jose. I have to give the answer that everybody gives, and that's, listen, I'm not a tax advisor. I can't advise on tax, but I will give you a little bit more than what others will tell you. So, I will tell you this. There are tax laws that you do have to pay sales tax if you have a business located in the state that's collecting the sales tax, or if you have inventory in the state that's collected in I believe this is called having proxy. I'm not too sure on the terms, and I'm like I said, I'm no tax advisor, but basically, if I send inventory to Pennsylvania, Nevada, and California, and Amazon doesn't collect for Nevada, well, I'm responsible for that sales tax because I have proxy. I'm storing my products in an Amazon warehouse located in Nevada. Now, I can't get too much into it because, like I said, it's not my field of expertise. I don't know much about that. I do keep my eye open, but that's definitely something to ask a CPA or an accredited accountant. They'd probably be better off explaining it. You can even find this information online. There are a lot of people that do reselling on YouTube. If you type in paying sales tax on your Amazon business, there's a lot of good people. There was actually one guy, I can't remember his name, but I'll see if I can link it in the description after this live. He did a really good breakdown of sales tax. Really, 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 really good breakdown. So unfortunately, that's not my area of expertise. How do you know using mobile app if you have the buy box? Says Donna Ketchum. Donna, so actually, real quick before I answer that, I think we had a super chat come through. Oh, it was by Donna Ketchum. It was by you too, Donna. Thank you so much. $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Let me get back to your question here. How do you know you have the buy box? So a couple things. If the buy box matches your price, hold on. Where the heck is the question? Did I just lose it? I just want to make sure I'm reading it correctly. How do you know using the mobile app if you have the buy box? So a couple ways. One way is if your price is $10 and you see down below that the buy box is $10, you have the buy box. However, if you look at the number of sellers and two other sellers are $10, the buy box is $10, and your price is $10, then you're all sharing that buy box. Another way to look at it is if you're the lowest price, well, actually no, because you could be the lowest price and still not have the buy box. The buy box price on the mobile, when you're looking at it, looks like as long as your price is that buy box price, you could be considered in the buy box, not necessarily have the buy box, but under normal circumstances, and this depends on all type of factors according to Amazon, you can assume that you'll get some sales as long as you're matching your prices, the buy box price. But just beware, you could be sharing that buy box with multiple sellers. Logan, you dropping apple juice in the chat, brother? You got some apple juice going on? iClaw Machine, how were your Walmarts this week in regard to clearance? iClaw Machine, thank you so much for being here on the live. Listen, I was just saying at the beginning of the chat, today's Friday. I haven't been in a Walmart since Sunday. Because Monday I was editing. Tuesday I went, did I go into a Walmart Tuesday? I can't remember. It's been a crazy week. This week has been real crazy. Emotionally, mentally, physically, because I had to fix some stuff in the house. Next week, I'm trying to put some floors in my house. Like, what? What is going on? You know what I mean? I do not know. And I have not posted the live for Sunday yet because I'm not sure if I want to go to Walmart or if I want to go somewhere else. I might put up a poll tonight and close it tomorrow and just say, hey, you guys want to see me go into Walmart or somewhere else? And we'll let the community decide. Mayonnaise hints from Heloise residue gone. Robert Evans, where's the best place to buy shipping boxes? So, I mean, the best place to buy shipping boxes is going to be your local box distributor. To tell you the truth, if you can find a local box distributor locally, and buy in bulk, chances are they'll probably be your cheapest option. Right now, I mean, a lot of people buy stuff from like Uline, but Uline gets really pricey, and honestly, Uline gets pretty darn expensive, even if you buy bulk. But I mean, if you can find a box distributor, and there's plenty of box distributors all around that mass-produced boxes, and you could pick up locally, that's probably going to be your best bet. I mean, even though I buy my boxes at Walmart and Home Depot, that's why I try to run hit with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Let's go. I'll drink that. Salud. What I was gonna say was, appreciate that, Ron. I do overpay when I buy at Walmart, and I do overpay when I buy at Home Depot, even though it's only $1.14 or even at 76 cents, right? Because if I bought 1,000 boxes, I would only be probably paying, 40 cents, 50 cents maybe, you know what I mean? But I'm buying 1,000 boxes. Here's my issue. My issue is I have 0 places to store 1,000 boxes. I have a hard time storing 100 boxes from USPS, okay? And that's because I'm in a 1-car garage. So that's why when I go down in April to Florida, I'm going to look at some commercial property. I like to try to look at a warehouse. And if I can get a warehouse down there and start a lease at the end of the year, well, that's going to be the nail in the coffin. We're going to put up the house for sale, lock in that 3-bedroom apartment, and we're going to make a big change. You know what I mean? We're going to take this Yankee and bring him down south. Let's see. Started using TA, tactical arbitrage, by the way, everybody. TA stands for. TA does not stand for the other T and A. TA stands for tactical arbitrage. Boop! A couple weeks ago, and it paid for itself in a few days. Hell yeah, Logan. It is a great program. You know, if people just think about what that program does and how it scrubs websites for the like, products you're looking for, I mean, it is worth it. It's like hiring an assistant to do all like your computer work. You look at like set it and forget it. And honestly, the more I think about it, the more I feel like I should just sign up and have a friggin' membership. You know what I mean? You need ducks cleaned. Texas in the house, says Orlando Franco, Texas, TX, let's go. Hit the like button. My Walmart searching sucked this week. Sorry to hear that. Not selling as fast either on Amazon. Not sure why. Are we using Keepa on every purchase? Keepa on it. Let's just finish this, right? You know what I mean? Are we using Keepa on every single purchase? Are we looking at the data? Are we selling 30 to 40, 50, 60, 70 a month? Are we pushing out sales like crazy? Are you looking at the sales rank and it looks like an earthquake struck? You know what I mean? Is the buy box steady or is the buy box tanked? There's so many variables you got to check for. Not saying you didn't do it. I'm just saying. I'm just asking. You know, if you did that with a lot of those products. P Wood 4 says too early for apple juice. Hello all, first time live listener, but love the videos. P Wood 4, thank you so much for being here on this live. We do this every Friday night. We hang out, we ask questions about Amazon, we talk about business, we talk about life, we talk about hustle, talk about ideas, what we want to do. Yeah, that's what we do. So thanks for being here. Dinner time, let's go. Absolutely. Brian says he's been doing this for 5 years, and yeah, you get the blues sometimes. It just burnt out. Then October hits it. It's all just high all the way until February, aka Q4 hysteria, right? Cosmo says getting ready to send in my first shipment of books. Monday, I forgot. Do you use Inventory Lab? I don't. I still use Amazon Seller Central. I like Amazon Seller Central. I just like it. You know what I mean? What do we got here? Derek, man, thank you so much for the super chat, Derek. I really appreciate that, coming in with a $10 dinner. Thank you so much, Derek. Derek, right? Derek, okay. Just want to make sure I wasn't drinking too much AJ. You know what I mean? So I do not use Inventory Lab. I use Amazon Seller Central, and that's okay. Inventory Lab sometimes can make the process a little bit more efficient, but Inventory Lab, man, has been having bugs lately. I've been getting emails, sorry about this, sorry about that. If so you get Scoutify too with Inventory Lab, so that's why I subscribe to it. I love Scoutify too, the app, and I wish you could link your Scoutify 2 to your Inventory Lab and create shipments and add products to a shipment. Like when I scan with the Amazon Seller app, it lists it in Seller Central. When I scan with Inventory Lab, I can't do anything with it. It gives me maybe it was right in front of my face the whole time. I'm almost pretty sure that if you scan something with Inventory Lab, you cannot just add it to, let's see, Oh no, you can add it to your shopping cart. Hold on. No active buy list. Please enter name for your first buy list. I don't want to do a buy list. You cannot add it to your, like, if I could take this app and if I could actually connect it somehow to Inventory Lab and scan just using this app and then come home, open up Inventory Lab and all my listings are there, then I might consider switching. But until then, I really like Inventory Lab a lot because it gives you the data that sometimes Amazon Seller Central will not. For instance, let me see if I can zoom up on that. Like it says, it's coming in foggy. It's like trying to focus on me instead of on the camera. Anyways, it gives you data, like it says like top 2%, and it tells you how many products are in a certain category. You know what I mean? So like this says top 2% of 15.9 million products or ASINs. So top 2% isn't bad. I like to stay in the top 1%, and I definitely probably won't go over top 5%. But you know, this gives you a little bit more information than the Amazon Seller Central will. But for me, I just think Amazon Seller Central, when you're creating shipments, I just like it. You know what I mean? Travis Shock says, just got 75. Hello from New York. New York. Love your channel, Richie. Let's get some dinners, throwing up the hashtag Life of Courtney. Life of Courtney, thank you so much for being here. Hashtag dinner gang. That's what it's all about. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for joining this live. Desk lamps in cart right now. What do you mean? They don't got no desk lamps in the cart. In Dollar Tree? No way. Lies. Absolute lies. So now I have to look at this real quick. Because there's no way. Because I'll order, if they have the desk lamps, then you know, boys got to order like 1,000 of them. You know what I mean? Are you serious? You got desk lamps from Dollar Tree in your cart right now. I'm gonna type in desk lamp. Desk lamp. Maybe they updated the. All right, so when I type in desk lamp, that's what comes up. That is not the lamp that we've been talking about. Just so you know, that is not the desk lamp. So the desk lamp, this is like this looks like this is the Dollar Tree brand. But again, a lot of people are like, why don't you use online? Why don't you use online? Because when I type in desk lamp, that's what comes up. Because it's not available online. Now, you could type in I think it's Sylvania. Is it Sylvania? When you type in Sylvania, is it Sylvania? I'm not sure if it's Sylvania. But when you type in even just lamp, you type in lamp and like that's what comes up. You can't order it online. You know what I mean? You got me excited for a minute there, Mr. Travis. But I wouldn't exactly pull the trigger on those desk lamps. Pick up 100 books today for free. Able to list 26 for about 85 profits, says Robert Evans, and that's what you got to do. Listen, Facebook Marketplace has people all the time trying to get rid of free books. You got to look locally because a lot of people just want to get it out of their house, right? Books are dirty. Books are, books collect dust. People just want it out of their house, and they don't feel good about throwing it in the trash, so they want to give it away to somebody. Why can't that somebody be you? You know what I mean? Tactical Z, what are you doing with your Pokemon General Mills cards? Keeping sealed or opening packs? I've opened up a few packs. I know every pack has a Pikachu holo card in it, and it's the same Pikachu for every pack, right? But I've gotten a couple other holos with those packs, and what I plan to do is cereal has like a year shelf life. Like Christmas will come this year, and the cereal I bought a week or two ago is still going to be good at Christmas time. Swear to God, it's not expiring until February next year. So this year, right? Because I'm not going to wait till next year. This year, summertime, fall, guess what you're not going to be able to find? General Mills Pokemon cards. So, I'm actually thinking about, and that's why I'm not buying too many boxes. I mean, I got like 65 boxes in my garage. I'm probably going to start opening some. The packs are going for okay money, unopened. But I think I'll have better luck selling the box of cereal for 20, 25 bucks when the cereal is no longer being printed. We're going to try. It's a gamble, you know what I mean? But, spend a couple $100 to make a little bit of money. All right, we'll try it, you know what I mean? Midwest Hustler, what is up? Dominic Paoli. Hello from Canada. What up? Working on listing shipping for the first time while listening to the Hustle Machine. A great Friday night. That's how you do it, P. Woodfull. Awesome. Dave Cat. Hey, Richie, what fees does Amazon charge you to list and sell? So there's a breakdown on Amazon fees. If you just type in on the Amazon homepage of Seller Central, obviously not the Amazon shopping app or website. Excuse me. We got hiccups from the apple juice. Search Amazon selling fees, and then it's going to come up and it's going to show you. There's a pick and pack fee. There's an FBA fee. There's a commission fee. There's a lot of fees, but all those fees are usually grouped into your app. So definitely check that out and search for those Amazon seller fees because a lot of it's weight-based or percentage-based. RG says he's in sunny Bama. I know. And I'm in miserable rain cloud Massachusetts right now. It rained all day. I feel like I'm stuffy like my nose. Like, I can't breathe. Where are you in Mass? So I'm actually southwest of Boston. Jamie says it might be a good time to sell a house. I heard interest rates might be going up. Well, we're thinking about selling a house and then purchasing a house. But the only reason why we're thinking about selling this house here, I just noticed something real quick, and I'm sorry to interrupt. We're 5 thumbs up away from 100 likes. Oh, we gotta smash that. Smash that like button. And that's why I'm thinking about renting a 3-bedroom apartment down in Florida and then pulling a trigger on a house later this year. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's a good time to be a home seller anywhere. People are gobbling up homes. And we did it. 100, it looks like 107, 109. 109 likes. Yo, you guys are crazy. You guys are amazing. That's what's up. Thank you so much. What up, Jahay? Jahay, or is it just Jay? When are you coming to Louisiana? The land of crawfish, gumbo, Mardi Gras, and alligators. Says Jay will do it. I'd love to visit Louisiana, man. I really would. I love the South. I really do. I would love to visit Louisiana. Nate Rick says, hey, Midwest Hustler, your videos are awesome. Thank you, Midwest Hustler. Midwest Hustler. Thank you. Logan says, I personally don't mind Amazon being on the listing if either I can underprice Amazon's lowest historical price and still profit, or if Amazon shares the BB buy box at the overall average price. So Logan hit it right on the head. He's exactly right. That's exactly how I view it. Although I will tell you this, there has been plenty of times where I have been like $1 or $2 under Amazon, and Amazon does not give up the buy box. Even if I have the much cheaper, I think I even went as low as $4 or $5 below Amazon one time, and I was not getting the buy box. Just wasn't happening. And I started selling out when, and that doesn't happen with every listing that Amazon's on, but you can expect to have a little bit more of a difficult time even if Amazon's on the buy box, It's Amazon's platform. They're going to do what they want to do. Let me fix this. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Andrea says, hey, Richie, in Walmart right now. Andrea doing a hustle while she's listening to the hustle. That's what's up. Fill a cart gang tonight. Guys, throw those carts in the chat. We got the cart emoji, all my hustleholics. Where you at? Let's throw Andrea all those carts. She's hashtag fill a cart. Actually, 2 carts. Great night in the greater Cleveland area. That is awesome, Andrea. So glad to hear that. That's beast mode right there. I love 2 card gang. Hashtag double card gang. That's what we're talking about. Happy Friday, says Wilfredo Velez. Happy Friday. Package shipment now. See, everybody's getting dinners tonight. That's what I like to see and hear. Everybody's getting dinners. First come, first serve sucks, but that's yeah, when we were talking about the Pokemon behind the counter there. Yep, I agree. I agree. First come, first serve. It is what it is. It's just nice to be able to get something, though. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. And that's why I have accounts with distributors. So I don't have to wait at 6 a.m. for the card guy to come, you know? How do you know if you have the buy box? Can you tell from your mobile phone? Okay, I think I answered that one already. If you could do something different when you started selling on Amazon, what would it be? I don't know. If I could do something different when I started selling on Amazon, what would it be? Maybe maybe do a little bit more of an extensive research. Or when I first started selling on Amazon, I was also selling on eBay as well. And I'd get into this mode where I would be out looking for products for Amazon, but I would see all these products that I could potentially sell on eBay. So I'd be blowing all my budget on products that I'd be sitting on waiting to sell on eBay, while my Amazon is like saying, hey, send some products my way. You know what I mean? So maybe do a little bit more extensive research before purchasing items. How often do they offer loans? Amazon hasn't offered me one that I know of yet. So I think Amazon will offer loans once they see your sales and the amount of product that you use to send into Amazon. They almost use your FBA shipments and inventory almost as collateral, you know? I found a bunch of Pokemon cards today, Vivid Voltage and Battle Styles. Good. I debated on picking them up or not. I've been out of the Pokemon game for so long, I wouldn't know what to do with them. Vivid Voltage, absolutely. Pick it up whenever you see it. And Battle Styles just came out actually today. So you were probably fortunate to come across those Battle Style packs. They just were released. Today is the 19th. That's when they were coming out. Logan says, Jose, send them my way. Yes, tell about AZ lending. I mean, there's nothing really to tell about lending. You know what I mean? They base their lending, from what I hear, on your metrics, your selling metrics, how much you sell, and your FBA inventory that they'll use as collateral. But I do know that you cannot request a loan. They have to send it to you, you know? Hey, Richie, love your content. Thanks for sharing. Thanks, Doris. Appreciate that. Jay says, thank you for helping us too, by the way. We appreciate it, and I appreciate every one of you guys. Thank you so much. Let's see, bro, use your credit card and keep zero balance. You would go on a Mac Daddy vacation with the points. Yeah, I know. You're right. I just have a thing with using credit cards. I don't like it. Maybe something to consider down in the future. I'm telling you right now, TJ Maxx, bro, yo, they do not leave me alone when I get to the friggin' register. Man, they just will not let up. TJ Maxx, Marshalls, they will not let up about the credit card. And they're probably right. You know what I mean? You get rewarded for you know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Richie, what is the best wholesale website to get ungated in topicals? So I was actually, you know, I'm not sure, honestly. I was actually, believe it or not, right? I was actually ungated, auto ungated in topicals. And I was auto ungated in Under Armour too, if you could believe that one. I bought $400 in toys this week with my points from my credit card. That's awesome. You have allergies, man. Yeah, it's bad. Like, the polyps like swell up inside, so it literally blocks my passage, and I start sounding like a different person, like somebody's holding my nose like this. Like, look, my voice really doesn't change from this to this. It changes a little bit, but I'm still blocked. I used to have a steroid nasal spray that would help, like, not deflate, but like unswollen, I guess. The polyps, man, it's crazy. My wife keeps telling me to go see the damn doctor to get a surgery, but I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm probably eventually gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? What reprice do you use? So check this out. This is new information. Okay, so I was using Channel Max for about 6-7 months. I enjoyed Channel Max for a little bit. But BQOOL came out with a new AI reseller protocol for their repricer. So I signed up for a free usage, and I gotta say, it's actually pretty decent. So right now I'm using BQOOL. I switched out of Channel Max. I got back in a relationship with BQOOL. I'm using them in their AI repricer. Let's see, I need tips to keep shipping costs down. I'm just selling on eBay. Cost $50. Yeah, see, I don't sell on eBay currently. So if I'm gonna sell a $20 item and it weighs more than a pound, then the customer's gonna pay for shipping. You know what I mean? Because if it's under a pound, it'll go first class. If it's over a pound, chances are it's gonna be a little bit more pricey. So, you know, I don't sell on eBay, but if I did anything over 1 pound, the customer's just gonna have to pay for shipping if they want my item. Is what it is. Thanks for taking my question earlier. So we are selling a mix of items. Okay, good. So I'm sorry. This is how far behind in the chat I am. So because you all ask great questions. We are selling a mix of items, some books, bras, fan slippers, Ray Dunn. Love Ray Dunn. Ray Dunn is Ray Dinner. For real. I used to sell Ray Dunn all the time. I love Ray Dunn. And baseball hats. We have about 30-ish items, all FBA. We manually reprice daily. So here's the thing. So first of all, awesome, right? Great mix of products. What I would say is this: even though you're repricing daily, I'm gonna take that as we manually reprice daily. So that means you either reprice once a day or you're repricing a few times a day. I couldn't imagine you're sitting there every 15 minutes repricing, right? But some people have repricers that are repricing every 15 minutes, and some repricers are repricing every 5 minutes, and some repricers are repricing every 2 to 3 minutes. So, take that into consideration. I would definitely research for a repricer so it can take that off you. You can find an inexpensive repricer at first just to get you started. You can learn the ins and outs, setting your minimums and maximum, right? The maximum amount you'll accept and the minimum that you'll take for an item for your profit, depending on what your profit margin is. Definitely, it could be that you're losing the buy box because you're losing to people that have 5-minute or even 15-minute repricers. I highly recommend 2 things people need when they resell, like hands down. One is Keepa. I'll always say Keepa is number 1. The number 2 is you need a repricer, because you need a mechanism that's going to take that ability to keep you competitive with other sellers. You know what I mean? And honestly, it's going to give you time back to do your business and not have to worry about repricing your items manually. I used to reprice my items manually up to about 200 to 300 items, and that was a daunting task. You know what I mean? I didn't get into a reprice until I had about 500 items up, and honestly, I should have just had a repricer from the very beginning. So my advice to you would be get a repricer, do a little bit of research on some repricers and repricing, and I would get involved with a repricer. Absolutely. That's absolutely what I would do. And you might see that your sales are going to increase. Actually, I know your sales are going to increase with a repricer. It's going to happen. You know what I mean? Are you like the Dr. Disrespect of hustle? I don't know, man. Should I go get my wig and my mustache? Should I baby? I don't know. What do you I do like Dr. Disrespect though. Dr. Disrespect is definitely one of my influences. I respect the guy. He's got the gaming market on lock. I really respect Dr. Disrespect's hustle, and he's entertaining to watch. I love it. You know what I mean? He's a good dude too, aka Mr. Guy Beam. Great guy. That's his real name too. Can you do a Lowe's video sometimes? Says Tactical Z. You know, I've done a couple Lowe's videos. The problem with Lowe's is they have such a small clearance aisle. It's not worth doing a Lowe's video unless I'm in Lowe's and I see something worth it. Or unless I see something on BrickSeek and it's worth going to a few Lowe's and I can record what I'm getting at those Lowe's like I did with the Greenworks surface cleaners. Other than that, it's hard to do Lowe's clearance. Lowe's clearance is really good in Q4 and after Christmas, but during the rest of the year, it's maybe a couple items, 1 or 2 items here and there, or they might have items that you could sell in Macari that you could get low cost and sell locally. I actually haven't looked at Lowe's on BrickSeek. You know, you reminded me. I'll look tonight. When I'm putting my daughter to bed, I'll look at Lowe's clearance. Supply Hut on eBay. I think that was when we were talking about cheap boxes. Yeah. My furnace went up last month, $5,000, and my well went dry 3 months ago, $19,000. Wow. Yeah, I was shocked. Same BTUs on my furnace, same efficiency and everything. Just a little over $4,000. So we'll take it. Super chat train, let's go, says Charles Ryder. Let me see who else we got. We are just over the hour mark here. We usually go for an hour. I just want to try to get some more questions. So if I skip over any comments or anything like that, I apologize. I want to make sure I get to as many people's questions as possible. I'm looking for questions. Bro, did you get the night vision camera from Walmart for $5? No, I did not. But I will look for that. I appreciate everybody participating too in the chat. You guys are great. Come on. Who's better than the Hustleholics, man? Come on. So real quick, guys, I do want to tell you, if you're into Pokemon and you're into card breaks and you're into box breaks, I am going to be opening up. Nope, that's a Unified Minds box. I did have booster boxes around here somewhere, but they must be... Oh, they're over there with the ETBs. So I'm opening up a couple of booster boxes. And this is your chance to get your pack opened live on this channel on Saturday, March 27th. If you head over, there's actually a link in the pinned comment. If you head over to hustleholics.com, you can buy yourself 1, 3, or 5 packs to be opened live. All the cards belong to you. They will be sleeved and they will be shipped to you in top loaders to ensure protection. You might get some dinners. Battle Styles has the Tyranitar V. We're going to call him Sleepless in Seattle. You know, he's full. You know, he's got his hands on his belly. He's tired. He's knocked out from eating so much damn food. And then we have, you got the Urshifu Red. You have the Single Strike, the Rapid Strike. There's a lot of great cards in Battle Styles. Definitely head over to hustleholics.com. Link is in the pinned comments of the chat. If you're interested in Pokemon and having your packs opened live, definitely head over there because we are running out. We have a limited amount left. So, and shout out to everybody who's bought in single 3-packs and 5-pack booster packs. I know who you all are. Thank you so much for participating, and I can't wait for March 27th. And I'm actually doing a Vivid Voltage break too. The week after. Check out hustleholics.com and get in on the action. Do you do this job for fun or right now this is your full time? Says London. You know, I get that question a lot and I can't answer it right now. I just can't answer it right now because so I do have a 9 to 5, but I'm in a very unique situation. So I can't really talk about it because last time I talked about it, you know, got somebody to jump down my throat about it. So can't talk about it too much, but I can't wait for the day that I can talk about it. That's going to make for a great video. I might as well be doing this full time, basically. You know what I mean? Hi from Michigan. 2 years ago, I quit my 23-year accounting career to do Amazon FBA full time. I'm having a cocktail and watching. Thanks for sharing your life and being a co-worker, says Heather Linderman. Lindeman. Heather, I feel you on the cocktail, and I'll drink to that if I had more apple juice in there. Salud. Congratulations on that. That's a super achievement. Super achievement. You are definitely a super and overachiever. Shout out to Heather in the chat. Let's see. Hi from Fort Lauderdale. Another person from Florida. I love it. I'm so jealous of all the Floridians in the chat. Props to you all and RG. Appreciate that. Look at RG getting props in the chat. That's what we like, man. Shout out to RG Slot Wins in the chat, man. Come on, give it up for RG. Let me see. Rachel says, hey, how are you? Rachel, I'm doing great. I am doing absolutely fantastic. How are you? Stockton, California here. We got Callie in the building. Got Vegas in the building. I just want to get to the questions. Let me see. 2 minutes away from Walmart myself. Everyone over the investor. Row used to add to my Cleveland Walmart. Hey, Richie. Got a couple IP claims that won't accept my submissions. Should I just give up and wait for it to disappear in 6 months? I mean, at this point, you know, if you've tried to submit and resubmit a bunch of times, there's really nothing else more you can do, right? Because you're almost at the mercy of Amazon. I try to submit 3 to 5 times, and if I don't get anywhere, especially after the 5th time, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You can oh man, I hate when that happens. You could probably write off expenses as a sole prop too. Just need a real CPA to work with on taxes. Yeah. Ton of write-offs. There's also free info on Helium 10 you can use daily, which is like Keepa. Absolutely. Helium 10 is another. Also, there's Camel. But Helium 10 is another. I would probably recommend Helium 10 after Keepa. I just prefer Keepa. I think it's the best on the market. I found 4 $20 Pokemon tins at Walmart today. First time in months. Yeah, I mean, I got these. I found these for 15. They're the old tag team tins. So these have how many? 4. So these have 4 booster packs in them. I'm assuming they're all going to be from the tag team era because it says tag team on it. So I have 2 of these. I want to open them because there's a bunch of cards in tag team that's actually worth some pretty good money. And I wonder if they've been sitting in here the whole time. We'll find out though. Tomorrow, we're opening Shining Fates. I got 3 Elite Trainer boxes and 2 Pikachu V battle boxes that I'm opening up. That's going to be 8, 16, 24, 28, 32. 32 packs, almost a booster box of Shining Fates. I can't wait. I love Shining Fates. I love the way they look. Let's see. What do you tell the employees when they ask why you're getting so many toys, says Silo King. Actually, Silo King, 1 second. I think I skipped over somebody by accident. Entertain 45. I'm new to this. Would soaps, etc., be a good product to build my seller rep? I've had a lot of good brand name products rejected from the platform, mainly electronics. I mean, if soap is going to bring you back profit and you're allowed to sell it, then by all means, sell thousands of it. You know what I mean? Hundreds, thousands, whatever you can. Absolutely. Anything is going to help your metrics that's going to sell. What do you tell the employees when they ask why you're getting so many toys. So lately I've been kind of having fun with them. Depends on how they come off. If they come off kind of jerkish, then I'll be a little jerkish back, you know what I mean? But if they come off like, hey, what do you do with all these toys? And I'll just make up some really crazy, elaborate story just to have fun with them. Or sometimes, honestly, I'm just like, I'm an Amazon reseller. That's what I do. If you look at my tax exempt card, it says reseller for resale. You know what I mean? So GMAG says, yo, talk about the night vision cameras at Walmart for $5. So GMAGs is throwing a bolo out there. A $5 night vision camera, regular $118. He got 2 today. Keep your eyes out. I haven't heard of it. I haven't seen it in my Walmarts. We'll definitely have to keep our eyes out for that. Flonase, I need something. Flonase Sensimist. I'm going to check that out, Mother Hustler. Mother Hustler, I like that. Does stuff from Dollar Tree sell good on Amazon? It depends. I mean, Dollar Tree is not my favorite place. I think you guys can tell in my videos. The Dollar Tree is not my favorite place to source, but sometimes we come out with carts full. You know what I mean? I do like the books at Dollar Tree as long as it doesn't have a dot on the bottom. If it has no markings, a lot of people ask me this. If the book has no markings, it's being listed as new. Because that's what it is. It's a new book. Honestly, even the books with the dot is a new book. But because it has a marking on it, it's considered used. So be mindful of that. You were right about the light bulbs. I found 4 cases in the very back of the store on the very top shelf. I got them the day after you had video this past week. Sold my first 3-pack yesterday. Hell yeah. Good for you, Joe. Joe Smith in the building. Following the hustle. Best repricer in the game is Aura, in my opinion. Yeah, so I actually I know somebody that actually switched from Aura to a reseller program called Seller Snap. And I've actually heard that Seller Snap from even Larry, a.k.a. Watch Me Amazon, recommended me to Seller Snap and said it is the best repricer in the game. It's very pricey. If you're just starting out, you have no business getting Seller Snap. I'm sorry, it's too pricey for what for what it is. But I heard Seller Snap beats out Aura. What's the cons of selling wholesale? For me, the cons of selling wholesale is because you're buying in such big quantity, and then Amazon decides to hop on that listing and just kills you for months after you just sent in like 1,000 of a product. If you could even send in 1,000, usually you can only send in 200 to 300. But before they started doing these friggin' limits, you could send in as much as you wanted. You send in 200 of a lotion or of a soap or something, and then Amazon has never been on the listing, and then Amazon decides to hop on the listing. Well, now your listing's crushed, and you got to pivot and hope for Amazon to sell out or compete with Amazon if you can. Is it worth it to purchase BrickSeek Premium, says Chris. So it is if you're going to be in those stores a lot. If you're going to be in those stores all the time, it's definitely worth the BrickSeek paid membership. You're going to be in multiple stores per day, every day. Let's see. Joe Smith said he found Shiny Fades boxes at Walmart this week. I have not. I haven't even been to Walmart. I should stop in. It's probably not going to be there, but it's okay. All right, so Selena Deleuze says, can you explain what the account reserve is? I'm still kind of confused about how long my money is in the reserve and what exactly it is. So somebody buys a product from you, right? You send an FBA shipment. Now your items are active and listed. Somebody comes along and wants to purchase your items. So they start buying your items. You keep getting these messages saying, hey, you've sold this. You look, your numbers, right? You're like, I sold $500 today. I sold $1,000 today. Well, this money goes into what's called an Amazon account reserve. What it does is it stays in this reserve until the consumer gets the product. But it doesn't stop there. Your money gets held in this reserve for 7 days. And I believe the exact math is if somebody buys your purchase on a Monday and they receive it and it's confirmed delivered on a Wednesday, your money for that will become available 7 days from the confirmed delivery date. So 7 days from Wednesday is when you will receive the funds that you can take for that product. So to answer it simply, the answer to your question is your money will become available out of the reserve and be able to be transferred and withdrawn into your account 7 days after delivery confirmation. Now, once you start selling hundreds of items a week, you'll have a rolling account balance where you'll be able to request withdrawals every day, because every day things will be sold and become available. So to answer your question simply, 7 days from the confirmation of delivery to the customer. Let me see. Guys, I got a little bit more time here. I got about 5 more minutes. Let's see what other questions we have. It would be nice if you did a live paid 2-hour class some night on bundling. I think a lot of people would pay for that, and it would be something that you would not save. You would not save so people could. I know what you're saying. Bundling is definitely something I do with the dollar store items. But I like to hop on existing listings. I don't like to create new listings. So if it's not already bundled on Amazon, I probably won't list it. Taxes. What do you use to track inventory and sales on Amazon? So for my bookkeeping, I use GoDaddy Bookkeeping. You can link your Amazon account directly to GoDaddy Bookkeeping, and all your Amazon fees get funneled right into GoDaddy Bookkeeping. So any fee or any charge that Amazon charges you will be accounted for in GoDaddy Bookkeeping. You can link eBay, Etsy, Shopify, Amazon, your bank accounts, and it's only $10 a month. I love GoDaddy Bookkeeping. Very simple, straightforward. You can track your mileage. They have an app. I like GoDaddy Bookkeeping. Did the wholesale orders from a while ago perform well? You mean when I had like 50 something boxes delivered? Yeah, those things sold, man. That was in the height of the pandemic. Those were all household items. They done, sold, quick. I shipped 2 boxes today for a total of 94 pounds and it cost 28 total. Yeah, I mean, depending on how many items you ship, that seems like that's a pretty good deal. If you took 94 pounds to the UPS store, that would cost you probably $120. Sunbeam, that's right, not Sylvanus, Sunbeam. Either way, it's not on the website. Let's see. I think Shining Fates ETB has 10 packs. I think it has 8 packs. I have it right here. Hold on. I'm pulling Pokemon from every part of the house. So this is the Shining Fates, and you are right. It does have 10. It does have 10 packs. So we'll be opening 38 packs tomorrow for Shining Fates. We got 3 of these. Plus we have 2 Pikachu V battle boxes. I may even, and I don't want to because I'm a kind of a collector too, I may offer some Shining Fates packs for sale live if you guys want to buy some Shining Fates packs. All the prices on the Hustleholics.com include free shipping too. So you'll get everything will be shipped for free. Everything is the price shipped. So go check out Hustleholics.com. Let's see. Top 3 stores in your opinion for clearance. Honestly, it might surprise you. Okay? If I lived in Florida Ross. I love Ross. I'm sorry. Ross, Walmart, Marshalls. Marshalls would be my number one. It would be my number one because I'm ungated in Nike and Adidas and I'm able to pick up the sneakers, the clothing, the accessories, the hats, the jackets. Like, this stuff crushes it, okay? And I know a lot of people are gated in Nike and Adidas and stuff like that. So let me give you my, if I was gated in those brands that everybody's gated in, what would it be? Then it would probably be Marshalls, Ross, and Walmart for clearance items. You know what I mean? Walmart would probably be number one, even though I'm starting to have a love-hate relationship with Walmart. Hoosier Hustle with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I've been paying for BrickSeek Premium, but it doesn't seem to be very accurate. Welcome to the BrickSeek frustration. How has your experience been with accuracy? So with BrickSeek accuracy, when it comes to Lowe's and Target, it's been extremely accurate. It only comes down to Walmart when it is not at all accurate and almost borderline luck when you find these products. And I've said it from day one, I don't think it's a BrickSeek issue. I think it's a Walmart issue. I think it's a Walmart employee issue. I think it's employees that, don't tell me Hidden Fates Elite Trainer boxes are going to go on sale for $15 and you're going to put that out on the shelf. And employees are going to be like, yo, let's put this. It's going for $140. Let's put this $15 box. No, they're putting that in the back, bro. So when it comes to Lowe's and Target, I've had very good luck, and it's been pretty accurate for the most part. Just when it comes to Walmart, and that's why I say you got to go to multiple stores a day, every day. But if you're doing that, then I'd 100% still stick with the premium. It's going to pay for itself on a monthly basis as long as you're hustling in those stores daily and weekly. Could you recommend flipping books OA using software like eFlip or Zen Arbitrage? So, I've heard about it, Jose. I've never actually tried it. I've never tried flipping with eFlip. I've heard it's a great program. I've never tried it, so I really can't speak on those programs. But I heard eFlip was great. Let's see. Guys, 2 more minutes. Let me see if I can get to some more questions here. Who are the 2 idiots that did thumbs down? Honestly, you know what I mean? It's okay. The haters need a job, man. Haters need a job. It's all good. It's all good. John always pointed out the idiots who give the thumbs down. Did they cut off the Nike Adidas boxes at your Marshalls? No. Nope, but they do always ask me, like, do you want the box? And I'm like, yes, I need the box. What's the biggest ticket item you recommend looking for? If you can sell it, it's not about the biggest ticket item. It's about the biggest profit margin. You could have the smallest item and the biggest profit margin. You can find a 100, like somebody just put in the chat, they try to buy an item at a Walmart from $100, $100+ down to $9 from Brewdog was here. That type of stuff is really what you're looking for. Ross is awesome. I'm gated a lot still, but for personal use, I love it. Well, listen, it took me 3 years to be ungated in Nike and Adidas. 3 years. Some people it takes 6 months. It is what it is. Yeah, Logan, I love Marshalls. Read your missed super chat. Didn't I just what did I miss? No, I got Hoosier Hustle. Maybe you put that after I shouted out Hoosier Hustle. Richie has answered the most recent super chat. Yes, RG, I did address Hoosier Hustle. I appreciate that, though. Listen, RG Slaughter, he's keeping me on my toes, man. You know what I mean? He's keeping me on my toes. All right, guys. So listen, if I didn't get to your question or if I happen to miss it by mistake, I apologize. Definitely shoot me a DM in my Instagram. You can always shoot me a message there. Hopefully it doesn't land in my request folder because I'm always bad at returning. I gotta check it more often, but that's a lot where the trolls sleep. So guys, I'm gonna get going. It's 9:30. My kid got school tomorrow. She's already up past her bedtime, which is usually over an hour ago. I'm gonna go put her to bed, and then join me tomorrow for the Shining Fates pack opening. I can't wait. I've been waiting so patiently to open these packs. I'm like a little kid with this, you know what I mean? And then Sunday we're doing a live hustle. We don't know where yet, right? So guys, join me tomorrow night, and I will see you all. Well, thank you all for being here, and thank you all for being so like. It's a lot of times people, and I'm not trying to rant, right? I'm not trying to like ramble on, but like facts on facts. I think the Hustleholics, you guys in this live chats, you guys are the most, you guys participate the most. There's a lot of participation in the chats. You guys ask great questions. You guys know how to hustle, man. Come on, man. Jenny's late. We're ending the stream, but thank you for popping in. Definitely check out Jenny Gonzalez too. She crushes it at Walmart. But yeah, guys, thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all being here on this live. I'll catch you this weekend. Tomorrow's Pokemon. Sunday's a live hustle. I will see you guys on the next. What?
Hi.
It's past your bedtime. You know that?
Yeah, and I want to look at hoverboard or sleep so I can ride it.
You want to look at hoverboards?
Yeah.
Can you say thanks, guys, for joining us, and we'll see you on the next hustle?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Bye, guys. You're in the next hustle.
Bye, guys.